Hello and welcome to India at War. Today we will discuss about the RIMPAC 2022, a renewed military exercise boosting the alliances of democracy in the Indo-Pacific region. The Rim of Pacific exercises or RIMPAC is the largest naval exercise in the world. This year, in its latest edition, 27 countries of the world will take part and showcase their naval might to each other and send strong messages to the enemies of democracy, mainly the CCP or Chinese Communist Party. This year, the RIMPAC will commence on 29 June or today and it will continue till 4th of August. The exercises will take place around the Hawaiian Islands and the southern shores of California. This year, India will also participate with a Shivali class stealth frigate, INS Sahyadri, and P-8I submarine hunter planes. But this year's RIMPAC will be different from any previous battle games. China or CCP, Russia and North Korea will be watching the exercises closely. The RIMPAC exercises will also be considered as a response to the recent Russia-China joint naval exercises near the Japanese shores. Japan took the exercise as a fresh provocation and Taiwan took it as a practice match for invasion. So, as you see, everyone has something to say about this 28th edition of RIMPAC. We will try our best to cover all the points. We will also keep you posted about the exercises and performances of the participants. But before moving any further, let us learn a thing or two about the RIMPAC exercises. So what is RIMPAC? You already know that RIMPAC or Rim of Pacific exercises is the largest naval exercise in the world. It took off back in 1971 and in 2022 it will be the 28th edition of this exercise. Previously, RIMPAC didn't have a fixed frequency of occurrence, but from 1974 it has started to take place in every 2 years. The RIMPAC headquarters is located in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, which makes the United States the host of the whole war games. RIMPAC is not only for showcasing naval might or power projection, it is to learn about the work process of other nations' navies so that when war comes, each nation will already be informed about each other's style of war fighting. At the first RIMPAC, there were Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK and the USA. But only Australia, Canada and the USA are the three nations that have participated in all the RIMPAC editions. India used to be an observer and honored guest of RIMPAC, but since 2012, along with Ecuador, the Philippines, Mexico, India became a regular participant of this naval exercise. This year, India will not only represent herself, but India will also represent the Quad Alliance. This year, Taiwan or the Republic of China was also invited for the very first time. The other 26 nations are Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Denmark, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Israel, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Tonga, the United Kingdom and the United States of America. So there will be participants from all over the world. This year, the RIMPAC will kick off from the Pearl Harbor, Hawaii and end in Santiago, California. Let us check out the NATO members' point of view. The USA, UK, France, Germany and Denmark are the 5 NATO members who will be participating in this war game. For these 5 nations, this war game is simply a message conveying opportunity to show the unity among NATO members, as the Turkey is showing and walking different paths now. At this critical point of Russian invasion of Ukraine, this could be a great photo op for the NATO members. NATO is continuously supporting Ukraine, and a few days ago, Russia and China made a naval exercise close to the Japanese naval borders. RIMPAC 2022 could be a great way to send a strong message to both of them. Japan and South Korea's point of view. Japan is currently under pressure from Russia, China and North Korea. All these countries are basically at Japan's border, and by law, Japan cannot establish a regular military. So RIMPAC could be a way to show reassurance. At least Western nations and NATO nations will help Japan if they come under fire from either of China, Russia or North Korea. In the last few weeks, North Korea has tested 8 missiles and landed close to the Japanese shorelines. In reply, South Korea successfully test-fired 8 missiles. So Japan and South Korea can also show some unity against North Korea. South Korea and Japan have a long dispute due to Japanese occupation of Korea and the tortures they have committed over the Korean people. But now the situation is different. We can hope that these two important members of democratic nations come closer with the upcoming naval exercises. The USA, on the other hand, is pushing Japan's membership in the NATO alliance. If this happens, it can change several parameters of the world. China, or in better words, CCP's point of view. Just like the last RIMPAC in 2020, China will closely monitor the exercises from a distance. Although according to some sources, they were invited to this event and they have denied it. Now China is issuing comments on the exercises via their mouthpiece like Global Times. But the biggest message from China is weighing 80,000 tons. It is their latest Fujian class Type 003 aircraft carrier. It is the most advanced aircraft carrier China has ever built. It is a direct threat to Taiwan, Japan and the USA and also to India. But as 5 South China nations, Brunei, Japan, Malaysia, South Korea and Philippines are joining the RIMPAC, China should seriously resketch its invasion plans for Taiwan. Russia's point of view. Russia had joined the RIMPAC 2012 edition, but after that the relationship with the West went south. This year, Russia wasn't even invited due to the invasion of Ukraine. Russia's message for the RIMPAC is already delivered near the Sea of Japan and South China Sea and Philippine Sea with destroyers and various corvettes. Russia has clearly hinted that they are ready to take any naval aggression that may come from NATO and other nations. India's point of view. India has 2 huge shorelines in the east and the west. Indian Navy is considered one of the most professional and capable naval fleet in the world, but with just 1 aircraft carrier and 1 nuclear submarine, INS Arihant, it is almost impossible for India to assert power outside the Indian territorial waters. So India can learn a lot of things from these friendly navies and can become stronger. India's ingenious stealth frigate Sahyadri and P-8I planes can play an effective role in this RIMPAC exercise. The main objective of RIMPAC 2022. According to the US Navy or the host, there will be amphibious operations, gunnery operations, missile testing, anti-submarine warfare and air defense exercises, as well as counter-piracy operations, mine clearance exercises, explosive ordnance disposal, deep diving and underwater salvage operations. These are mainly the physical operations or showcases. The real message will always be political and they will act against Russia, Iran, North Korea and most importantly China. Final tech. India at War believes that India should participate more in this type of multilateral naval or military exercises to learn and improve its naval capabilities and capacity. As China is not even considering the Indian Navy as a serious threat to their naval operations and activities in the South China Sea and the Indian Ocean, or specifically the Indo-Pacific region. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, please do subscribe and thank you very much for watching.